Yes, we got a hungry Mississippi State team, a team that plays extremely hard. They battle. Rick is doing a great job with their offense. They make it hard on your defense. They try to protect the lane. Their guards do a great job of attacking the rim. Just a team that won't quit.
Our first question is from Chip Howard of KZNE Radio and College Station.
Cuonzo, you guys have played some really unbelievable games against Texas A&M the last couple of years. Is it just matchups? What do you think it is that's led to the kind of games you guys have played in a short amount of time?
I think, probably matchups more than anything. Two physical teams that play hard defensively, teams that battle. Obviously all three games have gone down the wire in the last two, man. Unbelievable shots. But I think more matchups and the style of play.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Next question is from Bob Holt of the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette.
Hey, Coach, how you doing today?
All right, how's it going?
Pretty good. Hey, just what are your thoughts on being in a 7-way tie for fourth? And have you ever seen anything like that?
I don't think we talked about as a staff yesterday, I don't think I've seen anything like that. But for us, it's trying to get out of that 7-way tie, hopefully on top. I think for us it's one game at a time, and that's how we look at it. But I don't think I've ever seen that in league play before.
What do you think that says about the league and all those teams?
Well, I think more than anything, you have a lot of parity in the league. But I think if you look across the country, look at all the numbers, the Ken Palm, all those numbers, the SEC is, have 9 teams in the top 100 RPI. And I just think, you get criticized, during the course of a season. But then when you look at the numbers and look at league standings and where you are as far as RPI and how many teams in the top 100, SEC is one of the top teams in the league. Top leagues in the country.
Next up is Tom Murphy of the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette.
Yeah, hey, Cuonzo, on the 7-way tie, you're one of the higher teams in RPI. Just wondering how much thought you give to what you need to do the rest of the way to get an at-large.
I think the most important thing is to win games and taking one at a time. That's all you really can do. But just to win games and not get consumed with anything else. Like I told our guys, the most important game is the one that's presented to us next, and we game plan and scout to figure out the best way to win that one. Then we move forward to the next game.
Next up is Michael Bonner of the Jackson Clarion Ledger.
Hi, Coach. How are you?
All right, Michael. How you going?
Pretty good. You talked about Mississippi State being a hungry team. How do you mentally prepare your team to not overlook them on their recent 9-game losing streak?
There's no such thing as overlooking an opponent. It's a league opponent. That's how you look at it. Now, you have a tendency in preseason play to overlook teams. But when you're talking about a team that's in your league, that's an opponent that you're trying to win a game against. So there's no such thing as overlooking them. You're trying to win a basketball game. The records don't mean anything because if you watch them on film, they compete, they play hard. And that's one thing all Rick teams will always do. They're going to battle, they're going to play hard, they're going to compete. So that's never been a question. And whenever you're able to do that, you got a chance to win games. So not at all. That's the last thing. We're fighting for our lives as well. We're trying to win basketball games, so we don't get consumed with that.
What did they, when you watch the film, what do they do that kind of scares you as a head coach?
Well, they attack the rim. Sword is one of the best, not just in the SEC, but in the country at attacking the rim. They have good, quick young guards that attack, they defend. Gavin Ware's a big physical guy around the basket that can make plays. Colin can make shots from 3. Raquez is a physical 6'7" guy that can play the 3, 4, or 5. But again, they're right there in every game. It's just a matter for us doing the things we need to do to be successful. But they have the parts, and just when you have, I think more than anything, it's just probably a lack of depth with Mississippi State because they have parts, but just obviously games down the stretch, the wear and tear through a course of a game. But they have the necessary pieces to be successful.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Next up is Bob Holt of the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette.
Coach, going back to that 7-way tie for fourth, obviously somebody's going to get that double bye. How big would that be for whoever can get it?
I think it'd be great. One for fresh legs, helps you game plan is the biggest thing, and to try to compete and win if you're able to play Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so you have an opportunity to win it all. But I think if you're going Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it takes a toll on you, but it's not impossible.
And there's so many of these games with 7 teams. There's so many games where y'all are playing each other. How big does that? How much bigger does that make those games when it's head-to-head, like you guys against Vandy or whoever?
Well, the thing about it, the first game of the season is always big. The first SEC game of the league play is always big. So it comes down to these last 4 games. But like I said, as a coach, it's one at a time. It's not okay. All of a sudden, this game here is at a premium. Well, they all should have been that way. It's just this the one that's presented to us now, and try to get past this one, then move forward to the next one.